What is going on, wrestling fans? It's the Heelcast, back from its month and a half hiatus, but we are back. We got a jam-packed show tonight, a lot of opinions, a lot of results, a lot of news. Joining me tonight is the man, Goldberg. What's going on, Goldberg?
What's up, Hurls? Been too long.
Yeah, it really has. That's unfortunate, but hopefully we make up for it tonight because we got a lot of stuff to cover. Plugs. I'm just going to do the Wrestling with Andre Corbeil. Check him out. Check out Mike Larkin. He's doing some stuff with the Lingerie Fighting League. He's actually going to Las Vegas to do the ring announcing for the show. So
that is
big props to him.
Quite a gig.
It is.
And it's quite impressive.
It is. It really is. For a guy who did 1,000 podcasts per day, it's finally really paying off for him.
If this is like this whole thing was a ploy just to sleep with these girls, like what a move by him.
Oh, God. It's the greatest move of all time. They're going to be writing movies about this guy.
Somehow weaseled his way into ringside. Like, it's fucking impressive.
I'm sure he's getting at least something. He's getting hotel accommodations, probably getting free food.
I would absolutely
Why not?
do it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Good job, Mr. Larkin. We give you a lot of props. All right. I'm trying to think. That's really all I got for plugs for this week. But Goldberg, how have you been these past couple months as far as wrestling wise?
Not good, Hurls. Not good.
All right. We're going to dive a little bit into that as we go along here. But let's hit the news here. Some crazy stuff happened the past month. First thing first, let's start off with MLW. There was a report today. 3 wrestlers were released. I didn't know any of their names. I'm sure they're probably lower on the card, but there was a report that said they had too much content that they have to kind of trim the show down. So Court Bauer, the owner of MLW, decided that instead of, signing these guys and not using them, he had to release them, and because the shows are going to be cut shorter. But having said MLW, Goldberg, you did watch their debut show. Give me your thoughts on Fightland.
Okay. Well, let's just start by saying there were only 2 matches. The first match was, I guess, their equivalent to Impact's X Division Championship. They call it a middleweight championship, but it was a bunch of guys flying around the ring. So they opened the show up with something that we see in every other company going on right now.
Yes.
Just a bunch of guys flipping and diving, and I guess that's the way to open a show. I don't know, but I do have these guys' names that I just pulled up, and I did watch the entire match, which lasted like 20 minutes. Their champion was this guy, Myron Reed. I don't know if you ever seen this guy.
I do know him.
So
he's been on some Impact Plus shows.
He impressed me. He's super athletic. Look, he's got a nice little build. He looked really good. Another guy was Ares, and then Aramis, and Tajiri was the 4th guy. We all know him. And he's got to be 50 at least by now. So he was in this match. The fans were clearly rooting for him. And, Myron Reed stole the show. This guy was fucking flying around like a maniac. He looked really good. However, somehow Tajiri won the match. And he's the new champion.
Wow.
And he's old.
Who was the champion going into the match?
Myron Reed was the champion going into the match, which I was completely surprised they took the belt off this guy on the first chance to expose us to him for people who have never seen MLW. So I was pretty surprised they did that.
That kind of seems like what TNA used to do when they would get a new TV deal. They would put the belt back on Jeff Jarrett. That's kind of what this seems like.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to put it on a notable guy, I guess. But, really, how notable is Tajiri, like, in the year 2021? I don't know.
Yeah, and not really. He had a way too long of a hiatus from he came back to Impact for like a little bit, and then he did some stuff in NXT, but he's not really been featured in the limelight too much since like 2005.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Then they had a halftime show during their 1 hour broadcast. During a 1 hour show where you have Alexander Hammerstone, your next big star in wrestling, taking on Fatu, who's Rikishi's son, right?
Yes, Jacob Fatu, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you got the two of them, two big heavyweights. Fatu's been the champ. No?
Isn't that Umaga's son?
Ooh.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Somebody's son though.
He's in the family.
You're right.
So either way, he's been the champ over a year, and you got these two guys who nobody really knows, Hammerstone or Fatu, on a national level, right? So you'd think they'd spend a lot of the show hyping this match up because it's title versus title. Hammerstone's some kind of champ on the show too. So wouldn't you think they'd kind of be hyping these two up throughout the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, instead they chose to have a halftime show. And the guests on the halftime show, let's see who we know on this. Raj Giri.
No clue.
Andreas Hale.
No clue.
Emilio Sparks.
No clue.
These are their experts. And then joining by video was Dave Meltzer.
Oh, yeah, because everybody just, wants Dave Meltzer's opinion. Not like
Dave
we don't
Meltzer
get it enough.
Had a huge pimple on his chin throughout this whole segment. There are rumors he might have cut himself shaving. There are rumors he's taking steroids, and he got a pimple on his chin. I don't know what the truth is, but but he's sitting there with a massive pimple on his chin the entire segment. Anyway, they spend a good 10 to 12 minutes asking these four idiots questions about other companies. They asked them about AEW. They went over WWE, and then finally they touched on their own main event at the end. I mean, Hurls, you don't have to watch it to know. Is that not stupid?
Oh my God, that's one of the dumbest ideas I've ever heard. And that's taking the cake with Impact doing their world title series tournament for 3 months.
This is way worse than that.
Or even WCW's third hour, the first hour not having one match. Wow.
Anyway, then they announced that Will Ospreay will be making his MLW debut. We don't know when, we don't know where, we don't know if it's on TV or not, but he's the guy they're touting. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Will Ospreay's coming. Okay. He's talented.
We got the main event, Hammerstone and Fatu, and that's the entire show is after this match. So, I will say they did have a really fucking good match, and if it's on YouTube, I would advise to go watch it because it was a real wrestling match between two heavyweight guys who weren't fucking wasting their time flipping and diving and ducking and dodging and playing dodgeball. It was a really good match overall.
So no Ghostbuster costumes.
No, unfortunately, there was no kissing. There was no kissing involved.
No triple kisses. Okay.
No kisses.
Okay.
And Hammerstone did win the match. He did win the match, so he got both belts. And that's how the show ended. And I like this guy, man. I think he is going to be a star, Hammerstone. But he plays this Hulk Hogan type character, literally just stealing Hogan's fucking, like, he's doing the ear thing with the crowd.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was hulking up at one point.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
He's got blonde hair. I mean, it was a little.
Oh, it's all coming together.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
But it was a good match. But the overall show itself, it's not something that I would say, oh man, I can't wait to tune in next time, because that halftime show was fucking horrific.
Wait, who won the match?
Hammerstone won the match.
Oh, he did. Okay. Yeah. So he's the new champ.
He's the champ. He won. He's got 2 belts. He's got 2 belts now.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
He's the champ, but this show in general, you had one chance and you blew it. It wasn't.
Why?
It's not a good show.
Why would you do a? Why in the world would you do a halftime show with Dave Meltzer and think that's going to draw ratings?
I don't even know if they were looking for ratings.
I mean, okay. What is okay? So is Fightland? Is this like a monthly thing they're doing?
I have no clue.
So it's not a weekly thing. That's terrible.
I'm not the only one who thinks. I mean, I like to go on Twitter, obviously, like the rest of the world, and see what other people are saying.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one who thought that was fucking boneheaded, really stupid.
Yeah. They kind of shot themselves in the foot right out of the gate.
Yeah, and because here's what you have to do also when it's your first fucking national. I don't know if you can even consider this national, but when you're on TV for the first time, like, you have to introduce us to characters and to your wrestlers and to the people. You can't just go on and assume we know. They're kind of just going on like and assuming we know who all these guys are. I don't know anyone in the X Division match except for Tajiri.
Yeah.
And nobody really knows. If I'm flipping through the channels, nobody really knows Fatu and Hammerstone. Like, that was your chance to put these guys over and show us, tell us, explain to us who they are. And they did a fucking piss poor job of it.
Wow. Yeah.
Think back to Impact's. Think back to TNA's first show. I mean, what, in 2002?
I remember it. Yeah, now it's Jeff Hardy. Yeah, Jeff Hardy was coming.
But the way they introduced us to the wrestlers, I thought they did a really good job.
Oh, they had match after match after match, and they did introduce. They had
they came
vignettes,
and
characters.
And Tenay was explaining who some of these guys were, and I thought they did a really good job. You can't just start a show and say, okay, here's Aramis, who this guy Aramis. Like, nobody knows who he is, dude. Tell us what he's done and why he deserves to even be in the ring. Like,
right. Well, the thing that helped out Impact, though, around that time was there was no competition, like literally none for a good 3 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm just talking about when they got onto Fox Sports, not the weekly Wednesday stuff. But when I don't know if are you referring to the Fox Sports debut, or are you referring
I'm
the
referring
Wednesday?
To their first pay-per-view.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that was show where Ken
that was loaded. That was loaded with talent, though.
Yeah, it was, but they also had some guys who we didn't know who they were too.
That opening promo. That opening promo that they had with, Ken Shamrock, Scott Hall, Jeff Jarrett, that was pretty amazing. Like, they had a lot of guys from WCW too.
Yeah, they did.
That's something MLW just can't have.
Yeah, I guess so. Not everyone can get the Demon on the show, so.
Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in that debut TNA show. There was a lot of undercard WCW guys. He might have actually been on there just because.
But they also, and we do this every show. We get into why TNA is so great. We do this every fucking show. But yes. they also did a good job of putting over guys who were in other companies that were nobodies in other companies, and then came to TNA and all of a sudden became somebodies, like Ron the Truth Killings and like The Wall at the time.
Yep. AJ Styles.
When he was battling with Shamrock for the title on those first few shows, they put him over as a good heel. They did a good job of that. So
they did.
They
had a lot of good guys. I mean, even getting a guy like Road Dogg, that was pretty big too. And
VKM.
Then you had Scott Hall there, legit main eventer.
I know.
That a lot of things
was a great battle royal.
It was.
Toby Keith taking out Double J.
Yes, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, that was a great.
It was huge.
Yeah. But
that was when Toby Keith was in his prime. Even musically.
Yeah, it was. Even TNA aside though, even what's the company, the short-lived company that I told you to watch the DVD?
XWF.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Or,
was it?
I thought that's what it was.
No, not
XPW? XPW?
No, maybe it was XWF.
That's what I thought it was.
It was XWF.
Yeah.
It was XWF.
But
even
if you're comparing that, though, to the Fox Sports debut,
yeah,
that was still really strong as well.
Yeah, but what I'm referring to is, you watch those DVDs?
No, I've seen it. I've seen like parts of it.
I'm not kidding. Throughout the entire set, they had vignettes of guys who have never performed in a ring before. And they did an unbelievable job of giving me interest in these guys, even though they've never even wrestled before, because they had vignettes for them. And they had like these little scenes where each of them would like in between matches, like just for the DVD, they would have like these guys come on and be like, I don't know, like they had like little, I guess it would be a vignette. I don't know, but they just did a good job of building characters, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's missing quite a bit.
Bottom line, MLW didn't do it and AEW doesn't do it.
All right. So not impressed with the MLW debut.
I like the main event. Hammerstone and Fatu put on a great match.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. I figure because we haven't been on in a while, I just want to say there was one wrestler that did pass away. It was Sakoto from WWE. I don't know, like before we started recording, I know you were talking about a guy, but he did pass. He was part of, speaking of Tajiri, he was part of Tajiri's faction.
Really?
With Yang. Well, Jimmy Wang Yang. He later became Jimmy Wang Yang, but Sakoto was, or Sakoto. They were kind of like this triad stable, and I actually like them, but they kind of scrapped the idea pretty quickly. I don't know if you remember them.
Well, I do remember Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeah, this was before he had that character. He was it was almost like a Yakuza type stable. It kind of looked like that. Or like, that's kind of like what they were trying to go for.
Oh, Sakoda.
Yeah, I think they feuded with Ultimo Dragon around that time. They probably feuded with like Rey Mysterio too.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was like a cruiserweight feud, but
how is Jimmy Wang Yang only 40 years old?
He's still pretty young. Yeah. All right, so that was that news. All right, we got to talk about probably the biggest bombshell of the week is Ring of Honor basically released the whole roster today, and they came out with a like a letter, and I'm gonna pull it up here in a sec. I'm gonna read it to you. So let's see if I can find it here. I know it was kind of posted. Shouldn't take too long to find here.
Yeah.
Bear with me while I look for this. Come on. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So this is Ring of Honor's message here. Now we can comment on the message because I think it's kind of BS in some ways, but throughout the pandemic, our top priority was to keep everyone healthy and safe. And despite not producing any live events over 18 months, we were able to keep everyone fully contracted. We now find ourselves at a time where we need to make changes to our business operations and are planning a pivot for Ring of Honor with a new mission and strategy. This year will culminate with a final battle in December, and we will be taking the first quarter of 2022 to work internally to reimagine Ring of Honor. ROH has the most dedicated fans in the industry, and we appreciate their loyalty and patience as we reconceptualize Ring of Honor. We anticipate returning to live events in April for the Supercard of Honor with a new fan-focused product and provide a unique experience for wrestling fans. So after that came out, then it was basically reported that every contracted Ring of Honor employee was released. So Goldberg, give me your thoughts on that. And that's a lot. I mean, it's crazy.
First of all, I don't think they have the most dedicated fans in wrestling. Let me just start with that.
Their dedicated fans are gone.
And then, I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. They've been around a long time. And I mean, it's wild to hear like all contracted wrestlers are released. It's just a crazy thing to hear. But I would like to know from you, do they have any, you probably know better than me, do they have any even guys on the roster worth looking at this point?
Well, before we go there, did you see some of the tweets that some of them were sending out? I mean, that was kind of sad. I mean, it was sad.
I did, and I will say that I like Danhausen, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on television.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you pulling my leg right now?
This guy's hilarious.
Wow.
He's hilarious.
He'll fit right in with AEW.
Oh, he should team with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Wow. Okay.
I don't mean in a serious way, but he makes me laugh, man. He's funny.
Okay. I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one. But so, wow.
Sorry, I threw you off.
I'm sorry. Imagine if you're Mike Bennett and EC3 right now.
Idiots.
How much your stock has just fallen, like within the last. You had the option to go either Impact or AEW or New Japan. We'll just put them there. Or even, hell, I mean, even if you went to NWA at this point, it'd probably be better. Now you go to a company and it folds. Like your stock is ruined. You don't have that WWE buzz coming off you anymore. So I just wanted to get that out. But I do feel bad. Like Mike Bennett, especially, he tweeted that he's trying to find a silver lining, but he just doesn't know what it is yet.
That's rough.
Yeah, there was a lot of tweets today from Ring of Honor that I felt bad. I do feel bad for a lot of those wrestlers. Like they all of them aren't going to get picked up. Like that's kind of hard to do. I mean, some of those guys like Cheeseburger, like. Who's going to be picking up a guy like Cheeseburger or some of these lesser known Ring of Honor guys? Like,
yeah, probably nobody.
I haven't watched Ring of Honor probably in a good 5 years, but honestly, I couldn't even tell you who like what their feuds were. Nothing. I almost feel like their product just fell off the face of the map, and the pandemic didn't help, but they stopped running shows for like a good 4 months in 2020. So like, how did they think that was a good move? Like, if you're not seriously going to do it. And here's the thing, like, here's the difference with them and Impact. They're owned by a TV station too, but their TV station doesn't do anything for them. They don't put money into the product hardly at all. And it really shows. And I think it really hurt. Like they put them on these very strange time slots, and it's different from whatever market you're in. So I think this is like, it's just really telling. Like Sinclair Broadcasting just does not care at all for Ring of Honor. So going to the roster, like any guys that you want to maybe see, I don't know. I mean, there's Jay Lethal for sure. I would love to see him back in Impact, right? Jay Lethal.
Sure, I'm not as equipped on the roster as you are, so.
Okay, I'll say Jay Lethal. I know there's a guy named Rush who's getting a lot of attention, but I would think
I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to AEW. There's also a guy named Bandito. I think he's another guy that probably will go to Ring of Honor.
How about somebody I was gonna.
Are you on their roster page right now?
I am right now.
Okay, good.
Mention,
okay.
There was one guy I wanted to mention, and now.
Should we talk about Jordan Grace's husband?
What's his name?
Jonathan Gresham. Like,
I mean, we could talk about like him being out of his mind.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, number one to me is Danhausen. I mean, this guy's their biggest free agent.
Are you serious with this guy? The guy's a clown.
Oh man, I'm enjoying your reaction now. It's great.
Oh.
What about Joe Hendry? He was an Impact for a while.
Yes, I would definitely take Joe Henry back. That guy was great. I don't know why he ever left.
Yeah, but he's like I don't know. He's got this fucking thing where he like sings and stuff and makes videos.
He always did that.
I know.
You know?
Let me see Cheeseburger. Let me see what this guy looks like.
Oh, he's like Spike Dudley.
I can't.
Who's that guy? Marco Stunt? Yeah, he could fit right in there.
How about Angelina Love? Maria Manic.
Would you okay, if you're Impact, would you bring back Angelina Love?
Yeah. I
mean, maybe.
She's got a nice
another. Yeah, it's really fake though.
What about the Briscoes?
Yes, I would bring them in.
I think that would be the tag team I'd bring in.
Yes, they would.
I think out of all the names you just gave, maybe other than Jay Lethal, because I'd love to see him come back. But
Jay Lethal needs to go to Impact. But I could see AEW trying to get the Briscoes for some reason.
I would really love to see them because they're like Eddie Kingston. Like they know how to fucking act real, like legit.
Yes, like their gimmick is themselves.
Yeah, like Bully Ray. Yeah. Like you don't know if he's being serious or not. Like
right. Yeah, I would love to see the Briscoes. I mean, there's a guy named Brody King too.
Yeah,
I don't really know much about him.
I would love to see the Briscoes and like maybe like you have this new big fucking trio of Morrissey and the Briscoes.
Oh, that would work. That would be pretty cool. Just badass running shot over a lot of people.
Morrissey becomes champ or something, and the Briscoes become tag champs or something. They look like three guys who would fucking kick some ass.
Yeah. I think the Briscoes would be a smart hire. I think Jay Lethal would be a good hire. Other than that, okay, what about EC3 now? Do you even?
I almost want to tell him to go fuck himself, but.
He just signed with like podcasting with Vince Russo's The Brand. So I don't know if he's.
I always have a soft spot for him, but I don't know, man.
That shit he did with Moose was such a waste of time.
Oh, it was the worst.
Like what? What was the point of that?
Nothing. There was no point. Nothing came out of it. It was pointless.
It started off kind of cool, but then
when
you realize it went nowhere. Then you're just like, wow, why did I waste all that time even caring about this?
Yeah. I think overall I would say I'm most interested in seeing the Briscoes. That would be
they honestly they don't. Oh, the only other guy that I might give a sympathy hire to is Silas Young, only because he lives in the same. He lives in the same town as me. His son went to my son's school, so
call him out.
Yeah, why not? Why not? He's good. He's good on the mic too.
If Scott D'Amore loves these partnerships and he loves these forbidden doors, give me an ROH invasion into Impact. Give me that.
So like kind of like what? Yeah, this would have to be a WWE type WCW invasion because
introduce me to guys I don't know on ROH.
Right.
And give them some names and let's see a fucking invasion angle. And we know who Eddie Edwards will be leading the way for Impact.
How many guys you gonna pluck? Yeah, you do. Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is he is that guy right now. How many guys would you pluck out of Ring of Honor though? 3?
No,
like 4.
I would think something more comparable to not the WCW WWF invasion, something more comparable to EV 2.0 coming to Impact.
Yeah, so that could be kind
of. You had like a group of like 7 or 8 guys. Like that seems more realistic.
What about Mike Bennett? Would you give him a look?
So I would only because I like him, but I think I would focus on guys that are kind of like ROH, like from the beginning, like they've always been with that company. Maybe
they don't have that many, just the Briscoes, right? And then maybe Jay Lethal
but Jay Lethal, he can't really pick sides.
No,
So I think I would definitely have the Briscoes, and I don't know. I'd have to. I mean, you just named a few guys. Brody King. I don't know. Is he?
I mean, he could be good.
I don't know any of these guys, so I don't know.
Do you remember 2014? Like the rumors around 2014, or specifically Destination America?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to that time period. And everybody who's listening to this, let's go back to 2014.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Ring of Honor fan base at that time? Do you remember the Impact fan base? Completely opposite, because their products were completely opposite. Ring of Honor was this wrestle first, put great in matches. Impact was like your TV product, totally two different products. Remember the Ring of Honor fans when Destination America, they were laughing in the face of Impact fans and how Ring of Honor was gonna, they were now the number 3 company. I mean, you remember that? You remember these were legit discussions. Destination America was the dicks they were. They put on Ring of Honor. So then we finally get to Bound for Glory, and we have the Knockouts tag team titles, the Inspiration defeating.
I'm not letting you off the hook.
Okay.
Jordan Grace. There's no, you're not getting off the hook. Jordan Grace pinned John Skyler. Okay, let's get to now we can move on.
Okay, and folks, we're sorry if it sounds a little spliced. The stop recording button hit accidentally. So we had a whole review, but we have to go a little quicker than we did before. We had a lot to say about this Jordan Grace winning the Digital Media Championship. Anyways, just to review kind of what we said the Inspiration beating the Decay was a terrible booking move. The match was decent. However, the entrance was kind of forced, right? You didn't really care for that.
Oh, I hated the entrance. Right.
Yes. All right. Going to the X Division match. We both liked the match. Trey Miguel winning was kind of split between us. I liked it. I thought it was probably the most logical choice. I liked some of the stuff they did. I thought it was match of the night. Goldberg, one quick comment on it?
Yeah, I just wanted Macklin to win. That's all.
Okay. The Heath versus Violent by Design. You thought that Rhino should have just came out with him right away because we all knew that's where it was going. I said it was very old school style booking. So I didn't have too bad of a problem with it, but the match did suck. Rhino was in there for a total of 2 minutes after they get the win. All right, now we're on the call your shot. That's kind of where we're at. You did not like this at all. I thought it was one of the best call your shot gauntlets they've had, which they haven't had many. So we were just kind of talking about the Demon. I marked out for Johnny Swinger and the Demon. I loved the fact that Moose won. You didn't like that Matt Cardona was one of the final 2. I didn't really have a problem with it. Anything else you want to add to the call your shot?
No, I guess overall my notes were Madman Fulton's a loser. No, I don't. Yeah, I didn't really want Cardona in the final 2, but other than that, I'm completely okay with Moose winning.
Okay. I think that's it for surprises with the call your shot. Okay, Impact tag team titles. I didn't really care about this match. However, I kind of was happy that the Good Brothers won. It was kind of surprising, which I didn't mind because I didn't really care too much. Oh, what did you think? Okay, so you had a problem with Chris Bay acting like Scott Hall, correct?
Oh God, a huge
you didn't
problem.
Like that. What about?
Do you like it?
I didn't notice it.
He made his entrance with like Scott Hall. He had one arm in front, one arm in back, and he was.
Oh, he did the airplane thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
And then he held up Too Sweet as if he's some cool guy. Like, no, you're not cool. You're a nobody.
Yeah, I don't like when other wrestlers have to. Okay, what about
Who are these two?
Juice Robinson?
Did
you see Juice Robinson?
No.
You didn't notice who he was portraying?
No.
Oh, he was Macho Man Randy Savage.
You
didn't see his attire? He looked exactly like Macho Man.
No, this was the one match I really wasn't that interested in, man. I didn't even watch. I didn't watch this match. I saw it coming on, and I closed out my illegal website box, and that was
it. Okay. So, well, Good Brothers won. I thought that was probably that was a good booking decision. I didn't think the match was very good, though.
Well, quite frankly, I just didn't care about this match. I think Hikulo and Chris Bay, or who gives a shit?
Yes. Bullet Club Junior.
The fact that these two guys are supposed to be something. This is not how you book Ming's son, okay? This is not how you book Ming's son. You book him like a beast, not as some slouch.
That's how I'd book him. I'd book him like Ming.
And he's fucking huge. Yeah. Anyway.
He is.
So they stink. I haven't cared about FinJuice since they came in, because I know they keep going back and forth. And the Good Brothers, quite frankly, I haven't been more sick of two people since... Oh man, if I had a good joke lined up, it would have landed right there. But I'm just so sick of those two. Can't stand them. Just can't stand them.
Yeah, they're gonna need a
since LeBron and D Wade. There you
go. I don't mind them that bad. I'm just happy. I'm happy that they're not really connected with Mr. Olivier anymore. But
as long as they keep reviewing their movies, that's all that's important.
Yes, there we go. Badass movie night with the Good Brothers. Anyways, all right, let's go to the women's match. Deonna Purrazzo defended her Knockouts championship against Mickie James. Your thoughts?
Good.
I thought this match was damn good.
Good match, bad outcome.
Yep. I thought Deonna had a long enough reign.
She did, but it's not. Maybe I don't know.
We just had Taya Valkyrie's like year-long reign, though. I don't mind Deonna. I mean, do you think Deonna's better than Taya? Or no? Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. And I think Deonna was primed for the next level of supremacy. Beating a legend like Mickie would have catapulted her into that category. And I don't know. I think it was one win. One loss too soon. I think she should have won this match.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I could see that. I mean, this was like really her second match back. So, but I'm okay with Mickie James. She's a legend to me. So I'm good with that. Oh, before we go to the main event, I got to ask you, did you see Awesome Kong's speech?
No.
Okay, I didn't see it yet either, but I am gonna watch it because I was a pretty big Awesome Kong fan. So
yeah, I didn't watch it.
All right, main event: Josh Alexander versus Christian Cage. This match was really good, really freaking good. Josh Alexander wins the title. His wife and son are there. And then out of the blue, Moose comes out, cashes in his trophy to call your shot, spears Josh Alexander while he's celebrating with his wife and son while they're still in the ring, gets the 1, 2, 3. Your new champion, Moose, walks out of Bound for Glory. There's a lot to unpack here. First, start with the match. Second, the outcome.
No, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, you want to hear my thoughts? Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted Josh Alexander to win because I think it's stupid to have an AEW guy come in and win your title.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever wanted that to happen. I was okay with the partnership. It didn't turn out good. Turned out actually horrible. I couldn't stand the fact that Tony Khan was, making fun of Impact on the weekly. Thought that was really dumb. However, if they got a good buy rate out of it, take the money, I guess. But Josh Alexander definitely deserved it. He's still pretty young in his main eventing. So Moose has been needing this title for the last year. And he's probably got one of the most talked about title wins in a while. So I loved it. I marked out. I literally popped for when he came out, cashed it in, won the title, having him with the strap. I marked out. So that in itself, I was happy with. So that left a good taste in my mouth, ending the pay-per-view. Your thoughts?
I loved the match. I thought this match was great. To me, it was the match of the night. I thought it was tremendous match between two fucking wrestlers. This was a wrestling match, and it was really, really, really good. And I was I was happy Josh Alexander won because, to me, you're building a new star. You're building somebody who probably will eventually go to another company, but I
freaking hope not. He better freaking resign, but we'll talk to that later.
I mean, he is Scott D'Amore's buddy, so
yes.
But I thought it was the right outcome to have him win the match. And then Moose, my favorite wrestler in wrestling today, Moose. I've been clamoring for this for how long? I mean, I don't know. Is it over a year? 2 years?
It's got to be.
I've been waiting for this to happen.
It's got to be.
Finally happened, and I'm not happy with the way it happened. I'm sorry to say. I love the fact that Josh Alexander's kid and wife were in the ring, because that to me saved the fact that it happened the way it happened. So that was a good idea, to have his kid stay in the fucking ring, and then like cry over him afterwards. Pretty. It was pretty good idea. Creative was to do that, but to me, this wasn't the way to give Moose the title. A cheap way. He's too good. He's too big. He's too strong. This wasn't the way for him to win his first title. This just wasn't it. He should have won a one-on-one match for the heavyweight championship, which I'm sure he will now that he's champ. But I guess I have to give this angle a chance, because he's clearly going to feud with Josh Alexander now. But it's hard to envision a scenario where Moose loses his title anytime soon. I mean, this reign was a long time coming. So to me, at the end of this, Josh Alexander may be the one getting the short end of the stick, and he may be. Because you're going to have guys come in now. We talked about the guys who didn't debut. They're going to come eventually.
Yes.
So Braun Strowman's coming. I think it's inevitable.
I think so too.
You have Josh Alexander. I think he may have been the Eddie Edwards casualty of this year, where he was the transitional contender, I guess.
Yes.
You could say. And
yes.
They gave him the title for a half a second, and I don't think he'll ever sniff it again, at least not in the near future.
I mean, he's got to resign, obviously. That's the first and foremost. They need him to resign, because they have
something about him that needs to be changed. I don't know what it is about his look. There's something that's got to be changed.
I'm okay. I know we've had this discussion before, but I honestly think this gives babyface, stats to Josh Alexander, and it gives heel stats to Moose. I think.
So what were you better happy heel with? Heat? So you were happy?
Well, no, I wanted him to beat Kenny Omega back in 3 months ago. I thought that would have been the right move.
I think it's.
But
it's too little.
This
too
is
late.
Getting people talking, at least.
Yeah, who? Me and you?
You know what? Impact fans, probably just Impact fans. But hey, you know what? I honestly think this was like unexpected, at least. I mean,
listen, I'm not going to say it was the worst angle of all time. It's not Rhino level bad in that other match, but I felt like it could have been done a little differently. Moose could have teased us that he was cashing in and maybe just beat the shit out of Josh Alexander and fight him at the next pay-per-view.
How much heel heat did he get, though? I mean, he comes out, cashes in. Yeah, he did the Edge thing. Whatever. But he does it right in front of his kids, or his kid and his wife. That was great.
Yep.
I mean, he's got a ton of heel heat now. You could set up a long-term feud with these two. I finally feel like Impact has, maybe besides Madman Fulton, they finally have the main event scene, the right players in the right spots. And how long could we actually say that? 3 years, 4 years? It's been a long ass time since they've had the right players in the right spots.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I like. That's what I like about it.
I agree with that.
So Bound for Glory, it didn't feel like this, big show that it's supposed to be, but for me, I give it a C+. That ending definitely helped. I will say that. Moose is finally freaking champion after 5 years with the company. Paid his dues.
So let me hear, what do you give it out of, I don't know, let's go 1 to 10. What are you giving it?
I'll give it a 7.5 or so.
Jesus Christ, you've lost touch.
Okay, Mr. Danhausen.
Hey, you want ratings? Do you want
when
ratings?
You said you liked WWE. I think this is worse than you saying, WWE.
Stop it. Do not diss Danhausen like that, okay?
Oh man, this is.
Do you not want Ratingshausen?
Hell no. Have him go to AEW. I do not want that guy.
Wait,
at
all. Time out. Have you actually seen him?
Yes, I know what he does on Twitter too, and I don't like it. I'm not going to bring it up though, because I'm trying to keep politics out of this.
He's hilarious. Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm sorry. So
okay.
That I haven't seen. That will. No, man, you're ruining him for me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to judge everybody that has
really
different
looking forward to
viewpoints,
a Dan
but
first Kikutaro match, and you just ruined it for me.
Yeah, I won't. That's all I'm saying.
Well, now you don't have to say it. You ruined him for me.
Yep.
I was really looking forward to Dan Housen.
Oh, this guy, wow. Joke. What a joke.
He is a joke, but that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, well.
Here's the difference between Danhausen and a guy like Orange Cassidy. Danhausen is not going to win any matches. Danhausen is not coming in.
He will in AEW.
No, he's a a joke. And then here's the difference. I think he knows he's a joke. Orange Cassidy's a joke and he doesn't know it. That's the difference. This week in AEW.
Wait.
As the Ghostbusters.
Before we go to that stupid ass segment, are you happy with AEW and Impact's relationship supposedly being over?
Sure. Did nothing for
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. And Braun Strowman, we still think he's coming in.
Yeah. And by the way, I'll give Bound for Glory like a 4.5 out of 10.
Oh, that's pretty good for you. That's pretty good. I'll take that as a win.
How about that Goldberg Lashley match though? Whew, what a match!
I want to talk about though real quick that Turning Point is live, which is their next Impact Plus event. So it looks like Impact is back to their regular touring schedule. Hard to Kill was announced for Dallas, Texas, so they're going to be going to different spots. I'm liking that. So, all right, let's go on. Okay, Goldberg versus Lashley. I told you, man. I don't mind WWE. I don't mind them. I know RVE and Impact Dude would kill me right now, but they're bad. But there's always a couple angles where I'm like, oh, that's not bad actually. Right?
Oh my God! I just won $15,000.
What?
I just won $15,000.
Sports?
Yes. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. Let's wrap this up because I'm about to go streaking around my neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe it.
NBA?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Wow. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Fucking Danhausen, we did it. Holy shit.
Oh, man. Wow. 15 grand. Okay, I got to get on this. I watch too much NBA not to be making money on this. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
My bad.
Goldberg. No,
sorry.
that's Goldberg Lashley. What match was that on Raw?
No, they just fought in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, it was a good match. I know their first one was good.
Yeah, no, they had a really good match on pay-per-view. And people actually enjoyed it. Like they weren't, in Saudi they cheer Goldberg for some reason.
Oh, they're smart. No, but dude, Lashley's a freaking. How can you have a bad match with Lashley though? Seriously, guy's amazing.
Yeah, so they had a good match. Do you have a hot corner for this week? Because I gotta go.
Yeah, you're already hot cornering it up right now. Ghostbusters though, guys coming out with Ghostbusters costumes. Was that good television for you? Because the Dark Order is such a joke to me, and the Elite are such a joke. But go ahead.
I mean, why? Like, okay, it's Halloween, but so far this year they've dressed up as Space Jam, and now they've dressed up as Ghostbusters. And these are supposed to be your big heels in the company. Who AEW, WCW guy, come on here and explain to me who fears these doofuses? Because I think if we teamed up, it's debatable. Because Kenny Omega, I will say one thing: he does have a nice build. Okay, he's got a decent look. But the other guys, I mean, we could take the Bucks.
They're cruiserweights, yes, and I've mentioned this in the chat.
And we can take Brandon Cutler. Certainly take him.
God, oh my God.
I mean, these are your big revered heels. I don't buy it. And they're clowns, and this kissing thing.
What the frick?
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh gosh, this is just absolutely meh. My comments in the chat, it's like, this is serious. You're comparing this to Nitro every week? Like, you got to be kidding me. I don't want to bash them all the time, but I just turn it on and it's like just a freaking joke. Like, you hear JR.
Talk to me about the kiss.
It's awful.
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
And they cheer.
I don't know.
These idiots in the crowd. I know RVE guys sitting at home marking out every time there's a kiss. I know.
I don't know how if that happened on Impact, I guarantee you would hear bitching and complaining. I guarantee it.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, how can
I may be Mr. Negative, but I mean, I'm gonna, regardless of the company, got to be honest, and I don't care. AEW is the worst of the three, and that's not to say they have the worst talent of the three, because they obviously certainly don't.
Right.
But they've done nothing.
Black and
with CM
Malachi Black. I'm a huge fan of him and Pac.
They've done,
but that's not their main feud.
Daniel Bryan's in this tournament now. I mean, it's just nothing's changed. They don't know how to book. It stinks.
No, there's no storyline. They don't have a good storyline. They have like Arn Anderson was their hottest thing right now.
Yeah,
he's like the only positive thing that I can really say. And the guy's retired. So Cody comes out there and pretends like he's John Cena now. Like, give me a break. I just can't get into it. They have not all this talent. They don't like, where's Big Show? Like, they don't know how to use him. They don't know how to use Sting. They team him up with a 5'7" goth skater punk. Like,
horrible.
Like, are you kidding me? AEW, I'd rather watch WWE right now. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, Hurls Hot Corner. I thought long and hard about this one, but since we're on the topic of Ghostbusters, what was the worst wrestling gimmick of all time?
Go. Oh my goodness! No, you have to go first because I need a minute to think about this. Well, no, it's your question. I gotta go first. Shit. I mean, we know what the logical answer, what everyone's gonna go with, right? shit.
I
mean, we know everyone's probably going to say Shockmaster, right? Like, isn't that the go-to answer?
I mean, that's like, yeah. I mean, he had one of the worst botched entrances, but I mean, when you really think about it, there's a lot. There's really a lot.
I know, because I'm like, they're popping in my head. There's so many. Like, Repo Man is popping in my head right now.
All right, let's go through the decades. It's hard to pick out one. Let's go 90s. What's the worst wrestling gimmick of the 90s?
I think I can give you an overall one.
Okay.
I mean, it could be Repo Man, honestly.
I actually didn't mind him. Sadly, he at least got some heel heat.
You know what? I'm gonna have to hear yours first.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Eugene. Could Eugene be the worst gimmick? I mean,
that was up there. That was a bad one. But I'm gonna go Beaver Cleavage. Lasted for 2 weeks. It was Mosh from the Headbangers when Thrasher got injured. Oh. They repackaged him as Beaver Cleavage.
Wow.
Everybody was talking about the segment, but it lasted literally 2 weeks and they scrapped the whole thing. Yeah. There's a lot though. I mean, I can go with a ton, but that's one of them. Joey Ryan.
Joey Ryan. That's like who he really was. It wasn't even a gimmick.
He's you know what? That's why I can't pick him. I hope he comes on the heel cast. Keep working on that, by the way.
Okay, I've just found a list of the worst gimmicks.
Yes.
So the Yeti is definitely up there. Kevin Nash's Oz has to be up there.
Yes.
And then it's so funny. Number 3 is the Demon.
That was the biggest flop. Definitely. That was Eric Bischoff's idea too. He loved Kiss. He was going to have everything Kiss. He was going to have a Kiss pay-per-view.
I know. Can you blame him?
I have nothing wrong with Kiss, but just the fact that they couldn't come out with a better gimmick. But anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's a solid question, but that's kind of one that I would need, like, you got to, like, I don't know.
Like, you would have to really think about it.
Yeah, because it's so, I mean, we're talking about the history of wrestling. It could be.
That's why I got to go Beaver Cleavage, because it was so bad they had to pull the gimmick after 2 weeks. Like, you can't get any worse. Like, yeah, you had Duke the Dumpster Drozy and the Goon, and there was Mantar and Bastion Booger. WWF 95
Dude, Bastion
was really
Booger
bad.
Was not that bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was better.
Only because his name had Booger in it. Made it stupid. But he didn't have a horrible look. Like, he was the big fat motherfucker. Like,
I mean, if we're gonna go recent, like Shorty G, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Chad Gable named Shorty G. That's pretty bad.
It was
anybody
so
in the Dark Order is pretty bad.
Dark Order could be the fucking worst.
They could be. I think they'd be like
time.
one of the biggest flops. Yeah. Like I'd probably put the Menagerie ahead of them, and they were really bad too. But yeah. All right, so you're gonna go Yeti? That's a good pick too, though.
I really would like to think further, but
sure.
For now, I think the Yeti was really bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could think of something else from those WCW days, but
yeah, there was a ton, and as much as I like Vince Russo, there was a ton during his run too. Kiwi, the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, yeah, that was really bad too.
I liked
that. There was a lot. I did too. I liked Prince Iakea before he was the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea. That was ridiculous. All right. That was Hurl's Hot Corner for the week. Goldberg, we got Turning Point at least coming up. Live show. We got to do our predictions for that one.
We will. We definitely will.
Try to get on possibly next week, but definitely before Turning Point.
I was going to say I'm off the whole week next week, so I could definitely muster up a show throughout the week.
Excellent. And let's end it with this right now. What's the best wrestling promotion in your opinion? What do you got?
I'm so sorry, but I still have to say WWE. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm not gonna hate. You can understand their booking at least, right?
MLW had a chance to prove something to me. They blew it. AEW is awful, and Impact just didn't do it for me. I'm Bound for Glory, but I'm always going to give Impact the benefit of the doubt of continuing to watch.
And Moose is champion, so. I was one thing about NXT, which I was kind of hyped about. Braun Breaker should have beat Tommaso Ciampa.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
They could have made the next big thing.
It will. He's going to be champ eventually, but they're making a mistake by not renaming him Steiner, and by also having Scott or Rick come out at some point.
I agree. Well, they're going to at least have Rick.
Let Scott. I know it's not going to be Scott, but let Rick come out and take an ass. Somebody who Braun whatever his name is feuding with should kick Rick Steiner's ass or something. Let's give me something.
Yes, I agree.
Or
I agree with
come
that.
out and at least make fun of the two, like make fun of Rick or Scott or something, Like,
yep. Yeah, that was good. Good heel heat. Tommaso Ciampa just nah. Yeah. I mean, I understand I respect him, but he's not a heavyweight champ to me.
I'm with you.
All right. Well, we fortunately we had some technical difficulties, but you didn't miss too much. At least my Ring of Honor rant is on there. Just wanted to call out the Ring of Honor fans from 2014. So I got that accomplished, and I got my thoughts on Bound for Glory. So we will be back hopefully next week, but definitely before Turning Point. So, all right, Goldberg for Hurls. This is the Heelcast. We're out of here.